how's everybody doing? I'm making a video for you guys. I've been meaning to make this video for the past 3 days, and I never get a chance, and today I don't have a chance. And what I mean by that is my kids are around me, and it's probably going to be a hot mess because they see me put on a video camera and immediately they jump in front of it. So I apologize ahead of time for what may happen, but I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about feeling sore and things that you can do to try and eliminate that soreness, or at least reduce it, because I don't think you can eliminate it. So that's the bad news. You're going to feel sore, especially your first week. And if you're doing your job right and you're doing the workouts the way they're meant to be done, you're going to feel sore for a while. While I was doing 80-Day Obsession, it was something that I had to learn to embrace because the workouts really actively change every single week. Okay, Mommy is making a video, okay? So you can sit here and be quiet, but you're not going to show up in a video. I told you guys this was going to happen. So thanks, Ben. So basically, I had to learn to embrace it when I was in 80-Day Obsession. We had Autumn kind of coaching us through it. The workouts change every day, and no workout is the same. So you're always challenging different muscle groups, and we actually kept increasing the weights, lowering the weights, just the way the dynamics of how the workout program was. We were literally sore every day. And now I went back to doing a little obsessed with you guys. And even though it's a shorter, smaller, simpler version of it, it wasn't as hard, it still challenged me, and I was still sore because I was using different muscle groups. So every time you do that, that is a good thing. That means you're challenging your body, you're changing it. And if you feel sore, that actually means that you're doing the work right? What happens when you are doing a workout program and you're actually breaking down the muscle? It releases lactic acid, and that's what you feel, right? That's the soreness that you feel, where you reach and everything hurts. Like right now, I hurt everywhere, so I can totally talk about this. That's how it goes. That's how your body reacts. Now, by no means am I a medical professional or any kind of expert on this. I'm sharing with you guys what I know to be true and what has worked for me in the past. But you are always your best advocate. So if something doesn't feel right, if you feel like maybe you injured yourself, something hurts in a way that it shouldn't hurt, you're probably right. You know your body better than I do. So if it feels funny, you're not too sure about it, just rest it. Just give it a minute. Don't use, still do your workout, of course, but don't challenge that muscle group. So if you're doing, if everything feels sore everywhere, then that's probably not an injury. That's just normal. And you're new to exercise, so that's going to be something that's just going to happen. So embrace it. Know that you are doing something good for your body. And even if it hurts a little bit, if you push yourself, past that. And usually it's just the first 5 minutes, even if you're sore. Once you're done with your warm-up and you get into your workout, you're not going to feel it. Of course, after it, you're going to feel it. But, that's normal. That's just part of it. Just embrace it and deal with it. There are some things, however, that you can do to minimize it, to help, ease the soreness so that you're feeling ready for your workout next day. So I'm going to share with you guys some of my favorites. I had everything ready to go over here, but the kids come by and then they spread everything out. So first off, most simple. I'm going to start with the most simple, and I'm going to go with the most advanced stuff as we progress. So can you get those for me, Mom? No? Allie, sorry. Too many kids. First one, obviously, lactic acid built up. How are you going to get rid of it? By drinking a ton of water, right? The more water you drink, the better it is, the less sore you're going to feel. So I advise at least 2 liters of water. If you can handle more than that, go for more than that. I drink about 3 liters. So that's something that you can do that's going to help keep you hydrated, and it's going to reduce the tightness. It's going to reduce the inflammation. It's going to help with soreness. Simple, easy solution that we actually advise you guys to do anyway, so I shouldn't even have to repeat it. But that's a way for you to get rid of that lactic acid buildup. So definitely make sure you're hydrated. That's number 1. Number 2, something that you can do very easy, very cheap, very effective is Epsom salt. I ordered this bag on Amazon. It was about $9, and it's called Epsom salt. This one is at Soak, but you can find it at CVS. It's called Epsom salt. And basically what you're going to do is it gives you directions, but there's a scoop in here. You're going to fill up your bathtub with a lot of hot water. The hotter, the better. And it's a salt. So there's a little scoop in here. You scoop it up and you throw it in your bathtub and you soak in there. And it actually feels awesome. I like this one because it smells like lavender. So it's nice and soothing. I really do love it. And you can get it on Amazon for $9. Okay? This stuff works. It works wonders. This should be enough for you. If you have a really tough leg day and you can't you can't walk all day, get home and use this, and I promise you the next day you're going to feel so much better. That is my go-to. I use that all the time. I actually used it last night. And I even throw it in the bathtub with the kids, and I jump in there, and we take a bath together, and it just works, you know? So while I'm washing them and stuff like that, I'm soaking, and it helps out. So that's number 2. That's probably the one I go to most of the time, and it usually works. Now, if it's really bad, usually I use the magnesium oil. So if this one is a little bit more expensive, I think this was $20. This I use if it's really sore. Like if I've used an Epsom salt and it's still not, you know, I'm still feeling it the next day, you can just spray like let's say you had a rough leg day, you spray yourself with this. It's magnesium oil. It tingles and it burns when you first put it on, and that's normal. And you just want to massage the muscle with it. So very simple, very easy to do, not as cheap. And obviously, like, I'll be honest with you, the Epsom salt works better, but this does feel like I'm like doing something in between, because it's not always that I can take a bubble bath, you know, like I can actually soak. So this just feels like it's doing something, but it's not as effective as the Epsom salt. So magnesium oil, athletes use this a lot. You can also get it on Amazon. And like I said, this one was $20. I think it was like 20, 25 or something like that. All right, moving on. If you're doing a program that has weights, a lot of times what we tend to do, especially as we go heavier, we start to pick up the weights, and we hold a lot of tension on our neck. Not just with weights, but sometimes with crunches if you're not doing them correctly, if you don't know the proper form. Sometimes you can just scrunch up like this, and all that stress on your neck makes you feel really sore. If you're doing a weightlifting program, I highly recommend you get one of these. It's a cranial neck cradle. So what you do is it comes with directions. So I'm going to show you briefly, but you guys, you will know how to use it because it comes with directions. Also bought this on Amazon. So basically what you do is you put it on the floor and you lay on it like this. You get it on the right spot on your neck. Relieves the pressure, relieves the soreness in your neck, and you just kind of lay there for 5 minutes. Each position has the time that you're supposed to lay for. I usually do it before bed. It is amazing. It totally helps. So if you ever feel that tension in your neck, a chiropractor might help. I do that too. But if you can't afford the chiropractor all the time, the cranial neck cradle will be awesome, and you will love it. All right. Final, and this is probably the most complicated one, but it's probably the best. You can do it. You can sit over there and do it. This is probably the best way to break up soreness. So there is something. You can be sore and you can be tight. To reduce tightness, if you're very tight everywhere, that would be a reason that a lot of people choose to skip their workouts, because they're like, I'm so tight, I'm going to end up injuring myself. And you're not wrong. You're absolutely right. If you're super tight and all your muscles are like contracted and you can barely move, you probably will injure yourself, because there's no way to maintain correct form when you're doing that. So what can you do so that you don't have to skip your workout? Well, you can stretch before you do it. You can make sure you get a good warm-up. Sometimes the warm-ups on our workouts are not long enough, in my opinion, so I do a little bit extra. So make sure you're nice and warm, and then make sure you stretch before you work out. One thing that you can do is utilize Beachbody On Demand. On your rest days, do some yoga. You know, if your program doesn't have it, I know I did. We talked about this in 80 Day Obsession a lot. We actually had a foam day, and this is what I'm going to show you guys last. But we had one where we just used the foam roller and we broke up all that tightness that we had so that we would be ready to go the next day. This is as cheap as cheap can get, right? You can go to Walmart and get it for $5. If you can't find one, you can use it like this is just a foam thing. So anything that's round that you could use, I've seen people use all kinds of stuff. As long as it's something that's, that's not going to hurt you. And it's not soft, it's hard, that you can actually roll on, you should be good to go. There's lots of stretching videos, there's lots of stretching yoga poses that you guys can do, but make sure that you are trying to break up that tightness everywhere in your body. You know where you're tight. You know where you're tight, so just use the foam roller to break that up. And then a lot of people are like, well, I don't know how to use it. YouTube it. That's what I did. For 80 Day Obsession, we have Autumn's stretch and release thing, so which is awesome, and I love it, and I use it a lot because it targets the muscle groups that we were targeting, so it's perfect. But there's a lot of YouTube videos on there you guys can find. I'll give you a little simple demonstration, but basically what you want to do is you want to find, so let's say the back of my legs is sore, right? And this is the part that's hurting me the most, my hamstrings. So I would just sit on it and I would just roll. You kind of hold yourself up. So you just roll and just go slow. And you'll find the spots, like for example, if you do it on the side of your leg, I'm so sorry there. You will feel where the knots are. You actually feel it, like I feel one right there. And then you just hold it. When you find it, you just hold it. And that breaks up that muscle so that it's not as sore anymore, not as tight. You have knots. And that's pretty much where the lactic buildup is the most, or the breakdown for the muscles occurs. You see, I'm just doing this and I'm like, I'm just enjoying this as I do this for you guys. But awesome. So that's the side of your leg. You can do it at the front of your legs. You can do it in lots of ways. And you just pretty much, that feels so good. I'm so tight right now. I did like that yesterday. And it's just, this feels amazing. Whew.
Mommy.
Yeah?
Can we get up yet?
Okay, you can get up.
Is it 5 minutes?
Yeah, it's 5 minutes. You can get up. Right? So the front of your legs, and then you can do lots of things. You can do your lower back, you can do your arms. You can stand up against the wall and do it there. That's the foam roller. Then there's this one. This one does the same thing. It's just hurts worse. This is like torture. But it also works really well. I'll show you guys. I don't love this one so much. It does work when you're really tight, but it hurts. I'm not a fan. It's like torture. It's like childbirth all over again. And it's just a smaller, so you gotta be really careful with it. Do it really slow. The slower you do, the better it is. So this is, I forget what this one is called. If anybody remembers, Rumbler or something like that. I think it's called a Rumbler. Both accomplish the same thing. They break down tightness in your body. So you can use either or, whatever works for you, whatever you find. This one you can buy. I bought this one on Beachbody. So Beachbody has it. I think it's like $15, $20 maybe. Not sure. Works wonders. Really, really good. Harder than the foam roller. If you like to torture yourself, this one is a good one. And that is it, guys. That's what I got. Do you guys have any questions? Let me see. Are you guys watching? Who's on? Are you guys watching? Hi. Right, well, if you have questions, I knew that it wasn't going to be the last video, but if you guys have questions, make sure you post them below. Again, in doubt, you're not really sure, should I be feeling like this? I don't feel normal. I don't feel right. Of course, rest it. If it gets worse, go see a professional. That's just, with anything. Any workout program you're doing, not just Beachbody, but anything. If it doesn't feel right, then you're probably right. But if you're sore all over, everything hurts, you worked your legs yesterday and today your legs hurt, it's soreness. It'll go away, I promise you. You can try all that stuff that I said. Another thing that I do regularly is I get massages. That helps as well. And I also do cryotherapy, if you guys have that. So we should have a foam roller for 80 days. Definitely get a foam roller for 80-day obsession. Get all the scrap. Get it all. Girl, you're going to need it. You're sore every day. Definitely invest in this stuff. Everything. It is, that was the program. I've never been so sore in my life. I literally couldn't walk for like the whole program. It's rough. It's rough. I'm not going to lie. You're picking up a lot of heavy weights. And when you pick up a lot of heavy weights, that's the way we build muscle, and that there's no other way. Like, you're not going to build the booty, you're not going to build the legs, you're not unless you're really breaking down that muscle and rebuilding it. And it's a lot of protein, a lot of food, Epsom salts. Yeah, get one. Definitely get one. You'll thank me for it later. There is a video that's specific for that we use on Sundays. So it's kind of like rest day, so that you're ready to go next day. You will not, you'll be so tight, you will not be able to get up on Monday and do your work. You're going to be like, no, shoot me now. I'm not doing it. So then I noticed a big difference. Oh, Courtney, another thing. And this one I forgot. Let me get it for you guys because I forgot to mention it. Hold on. Come on.
It's the last one.
Yeah. This stuff. I drink this every day. Every single day. It's actually recommended in 80-Day Obsession. It is the Recharge. I don't know if you guys have ever tried it. If you haven't tried it, at least get a sampler and try all the supplements. This is by far my favorite. This works wonders for muscle soreness. So you drink this at night, the next day you're better. Like, promise you, if nothing else, like, oh, I don't have time for all this, drink a shake. This is delicious. It's really good. It tastes good, and it's before bedtime, and it actually has something in it that helps you sleep. Do you take it with Recover? Yes, you do. This is like a separate one, and it's vanilla. And yeah, it's vanilla, and you can just shake it with water and drink it. And I actually left this by the bedside, and I would just remember to bring a glass of water, like I would bring a shaker cup, and then just toss it in there and drink it, and like, yeah. I actually, okay, so for 80-day obsession, they really encourage you guys to use the supplements. I used it all. I used Energize, I use Recover, I use Recharge, and I use Hydrate. I used them all. I looked really forward to. You don't have to. And I also drink Shakeology. You don't have to. You can pick and choose whichever ones are best for you. If I was to say pick one, definitely the Recover and the Recharge. And the Energize too. Okay, the Hydrate you could probably do without. But definitely this one was really good for muscle soreness. So I'll at least recommend try it, because you guys will notice it's huge difference when you drink this stuff and when you don't drink it. And you just sleep better. It has something in there that makes you sleep, that helps you sleep. And the next day you just feel so much better with the soreness. It really does work. I don't know what's in there. I guess amino acids or something to help like muscle recovery. What was it? I don't know what it was. I forget. I actually looked it up to see what it was, but I forget what it was. Some kind of amino acid that helps rebuild muscle. I have Energize and Recover. I'll get that. So you like it. It tastes good and it does work. I'm like surprised by how well it works. So yeah, that was it. That was the final thing, and I forgot to mention it. I did use that, and it did help me. And I noticed a huge difference the nights that I didn't use it and the nights that I did use it. So definitely recommend it. That's that. That's all I had. So if you guys have questions, let me know. I'm gonna go and take my shower. I just got home from jiu-jitsu, but I didn't want to not do the video now because I feel like I kept pushing it all week. So finally, I got to do it. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Enjoy your weekend. See you soon.